Rescues Crypto Cave here, and today we have a little unboxing video. I got a package sent to me from bitcoinmerch.com. If you're interested in anything that you have, link down below. So let's open her up. I did cut the ends, just to make it easier for myself to open. And see what we got in here. Z USB power strip, basically. So this will house multiple nerd miners. So they're little individual USB Bitcoin miners. So let's check them out. We got 1, 2, 3. You've seen a box that says 7. So we got a couple more to get out of here. Also another USB fan. Should be the last two. And yet there's just a little care package in here as well. You can just packing material out. You got some more stickers. We all know stickers add hash rate. And that's it. So these get all set up individually, just like the BitX Supras and the Ultras and the Gammas and all that type of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this stuff out of the box and then get the first one out to set it up, and then you'll just do that for each individual device. And I'll actually just pop one of these open. See if we can do this with one hand. There we go. A little tiny. So these have a little screen in the back or the front, whatever side it is. I don't know if the camera is going to focus, but it might be too close. Probably need a macro lens to be this close, but anyway, let's get this bad boy fired up. As you can see, these two guys are still here. That one is the Ultra. The Supra is on my computer desk. I did add a power strip over there to be able to plug this guy in as well. Need to find a more permanent home for this stuff. Gonna eventually, my basement was finished. Now it's kind of unfinished because I had a water issue years ago and just never got around to finishing it. But going to complete it, I'll build a little studio down there where I have all my desk set up and recording and all that type of thing down there. And I'm going to set up a shelf to do for this little solo miners and have that stuff set up down there. And maybe like some of the Ice River stuff too. But I noticed Bitcoin Merch has cases and stands for these now on their website, so I'm going to go pick a couple of those up from my two. And possibly even pick up a Gamma, I guess it is the newest one, the 1.2 terahash guy. But in the meantime, let's get these guys set up, and we'll be right back. Here is the USB device out of the box. Each port has its individual power strip. 0 for off, on, so on and so forth. But it's got a nice aluminum case, not any cheap plastic. Feels well put together, and it has the port that you can plug it into your computer if you need to, with a separate cable. I'm not going to be using that because I'm just going to plug it directly into the outlet over there, need the power. And then, as you see in the box, it can provide up to 65 watts total. These devices use less than a watt. I think it's like 0.7 watts or something like that. It's a ridiculously low amount that they use. Let's see if it doesn't say anywhere in the box, but yeah, it's an extremely low amount of power that they use. So 65 watts is going to be more than enough to run the bad boys. Got the first one plugged in. As you see, it says use Wi-Fi for setup, so I'm going to have to use my phone. Getting what, set up in my phone. do over your phone. You have the NerdMiner AP, so I hit that. And then you have to enter the password. I forgot to look at the password for the Wi-Fi, so it's mine, your coins, with a capital M, Y, and C. Nothing happened. We are connected. It's going to open up the captive Wi-Fi. It's connected to the device. We're going to configure the Wi-Fi. Alright, so I'm going to go put it all in my information, and we'll be right back. Alright, we're in the device here, and we set up the pool at solo.ckpool.org. The port is 3333. Copied my Bitcoin address from my Tangent, and I just put the time zone in from UTC. Eastern time is -5, I believe. And then just hit save. See if anything changes up on the screen there. It still says saving credentials on the phone. It says initializing. NerdMiner. Got a new device connected on my router. I got the notification. $13.19. Yep, displays the time. Hash rate 73. Gives you best difficulty. That's pretty sweet. So it makes me get a better shot of this. Instead of trying to read it sideways and upside down and what way. Little temperature, NerdMiner clock, hash rate. Yeah, that is pretty sweet. Now I just got to do it a few more times for the rest of the devices, get them all up and running, and we should be good to go. As I'm going through setting up the next one, I did realize something I didn't do in the first one. Put the worker name at the end of your address, just so it separates them all. Or you can lump them all together, probably too. I might be able to put them all as NerdMiners, but either way, I just separated worker names. And as you're going through and setting this up, you'll notice the ones with the blue LEDs are up in hashing. When it's orange or yellowish, it's still going through the setup process. So we're working on number 4 right now, and we'll be back when we're all done. Here we are. They're all set up and hashing away. As you can see, the screens on all of them are all scrolling with the information. Blue LED lights are on all of them. Now these don't put out a ton of hash rate. It's very low hash rate. But it's, hey, if you're not playing the game, how can you win? So, and they barely use any power whatsoever. So it's a neat little device to have on your desk. Nice little aluminum USB power port. And all the 7 little devices. They do make this in a 7 USB stick device and also a 10 stick device. And I think this USB port will also power some of the other type of USB miners as well. These NerdMiners are pretty clean looking. They do have 2 different versions of them. This is the smaller screen version. They do have a larger screen version. And they both, Bitcoin Merch has both of them listed on their sites. So, if you're interested in this and want to play the Bitcoin lottery, go check them out. I'll leave a link down below. And thanks again to Bitcoin Merch for basically sponsoring this content and sending me this pretty cool USD miners. It's kind of neat to play with them. I like the little ultras and the super and stuff like that. So, hey, the chances are small, but like I said before, you ain't gonna win if you ain't trying. So, it's pretty cool. So, until next video, we'll catch you later.